So what are some games that you really like?
So I love Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is still, in my opinion, the best game that I've ever played. And one of the critical decisions that makes it that way for me is that it has a defined character, right? Because you are always playing as Geralt, and Geralt has a defined history in the universe. When you meet people, there are relationships already existing, and you can meet new people as well. But so the character is not sort of floating in a void, and the character is not totally yours to create. And obviously it's very fun to create your own character in an RPG, but the trade-off in a computer game is, well, there isn't a dungeon master on the other side. There isn't a human being who can build story for you on the fly exactly in response to your character, right? And so for me, the level of storytelling that you got in Witcher 3 was worth giving up that amount of control. And obviously there were still a large variety of different choices and options that came out. Baldur's Gate 3, I also think is just a fantastic game, and not least because I think Larian is the company that made it. They, I think, have explicitly said that they don't care. They will make a game, that they will make a piece of content that like 0.5% of their players will ever see. It's like counterintuitive economics, right, of time. When you think like this piece of content took how many hours and how many people are actually going to see it? Right. And so in a sort of practical sense, it makes no sense. But if you commit to that, if you commit to making every story choice that players can make have satisfying and meaningful consequences, then the total becomes greater than the sum of its parts, right? And no player will see, and very few numbers of people will see that one piece of content, but most players will see at least one or two really new and unusual pieces of content.
And it's usually unique to their own experience.
Exactly. And that when that happens, that feels magical. I would say the one problem with it is that right now, it is not yet just feasible to create enough of those moments, enough of those branching paths for real replayability. Like Baldur's Gate, I played it through once. I know that there are many, many moments that I have not seen. I kind of can't, I'm not motivated enough to go through the scenes that I have already seen in order to get the different content. It's not different enough. They have, and I really do think that they push the limits. I am very happy to watch, like YouTube videos, right? Which is another thing. Obviously, when you create that kind of content, you invite other people to be like, look what I got, and share it. And so the game has a sort of a meta life beyond itself, and then, for instance, invites things like fanfic. It invites fanfitting. It invites people to be like, I'm going to play through this really weird combination of characters and find which scenes, are repeated. Those are things that, obviously, as you can see, story is what motivates me as a player.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's almost like the moments when you're not playing are just enjoyable as the game itself, because there's so many possibilities. There's so many unique things that you can just think about and talk about, and like you said, see other people's experiences and how it compares to yours. Yeah, I think that's definitely, I agree. And Larian is one of the best probably at doing that.
Right.